90% of y'all not going to want to hear this, but it's got to be said. God told me to tell you, stop being a bum. God told me to tell you, if you want to be a leader, you got to learn discipline. God told me to tell you that if that nigga is not teaching you or showing you or helping you to benefit and build, let that nigga go. And that goes for women too. So do what you will with that. God told me to tell you that as you move forward with whatever you want to do, have faith. Because you can't be like, I want to do it, then renege on the words that you're saying that don't make no sense. You just chatting and then shouting to God, the universe, and everybody around you. Bad energy. That's how you fuck it up. God told me to tell you that it's in the power of the tongue. So there you go with that. God told me to tell you that this year, put in the work. And work on yourself. Don't just, I'm going to do it. Work on yourself. Because some of us have been in loops for years and months and weeks. And God's saying, listen, I'm going to keep teaching you this lesson till you get it right. You're going to keep repeating it. And whether it be the same person with the same loop or a different person, whether you in a dating, a friendship, whatever, if you keep going through the same situation over and over and over, that's because you ain't learning your lesson. And God said, pay attention to the loop, figure it out, and follow through. All right, so learn your lesson. Whether it be somebody else, somebody around, whatever the case may be, figure that shit out. What else? God's telling me to tell you that if things don't feel the way they supposed to feel, like if you're in a relationship and your nervous system feels wrong or you just feel out of pocket or out of whack, let that motherfucker go. Let it go. That's a loop. That's also a sign. God said if you want to do something and you don't do it, that's still an option of if you decide not to do anything, that's still an option of doing nothing. So nothing changed. Nothing stayed the same though. I mean, everything stayed the same though, so that was an option, right? God said that some of you guys need to really dig deep. Dig deeper than deep. Dig deep. Just dig deep. God said, I don't know why I gave you the talent and you don't want to use it. You complain you want to get rich. You say you want to get rich. You say you want to do this. You want to help these people, that person. You giving out to everybody, but you ain't pouring into yourself. And I felt that. God said that 2026 is going to be different. That it's literally going to be a reap what you sow type of thing. If you're going to put the work in, put the work in. If you're not, pack it up and go about your way. Stop talking about it. What else? Anything else? Okay. God's going to talk through me real quick. Even more. God's saying that he's always with us. And if you really, really want to deal with whatever, you got to start at the root of the trauma. Whatever root of the trauma that may be to you, figure it out. I know for me on my journey, which I will be doing a 40-day journey eventually with you guys, I learned that definitely in factual that when it comes to God and when it comes to this situation of trying to navigate the world, God is always with us. So even if you feel lonely, even if you feel lost, he's like, I don't understand. You asked for this. I'm telling you to do this. You don't want to be obedient. I'm asking you to do this and you don't want to listen. You hard-headed. Okay, you hard-headed. So now I'm putting you through loops. I'm putting you through depression. I'm putting you through this. And it's not even that I'm doing it. I'm just trying to teach you a lesson. That's really what he's saying. So I'm going to tell you one more time. Break them loops, break them cycles, break whatever you consider it. Learn the pattern. Because sometimes it be the person. Sometimes it be, a situation, the atmosphere. If you're going back to the same places, persons, or things, those are patterns. And sometimes you could go to a whole different person. And I've done this myself, right? Gone to a whole different person, go to a whole different person, be with a whole different person, thinking you locked in with that person, and just to find out that they're the same person, different body. Same spirit, different body. So God's telling me to tell you, like, get it together, lock in. Get obedient, get disciplined. Learn those patterns and try to maneuver and break those patterns and those end that loop of lessons, because you can't progress, you can't get further, you can't go and move further if you do not decide to, like, look at the patterns, look at the stuff, do the healing, do the inner work, the inner healing, the shadow work, whatever you call it, do it. Because there are so many things that you are made for, and there's so much blockings and blessings that you have for yourself. And the fact that you are in the way of your own self, you need to get out the way. In order for you to get out the way of your own self, you have to figure out how to identify that, how to maneuver that, how to sit down and look at your patterns. Excuse me. How to look at your patterns, how to figure out what you want to do with those patterns, how you want to make things better for yourself. And 2026 is really going to be a what you sow and what you reap year. So whatever you sow for this year, or whatever you put in until, like, it's time to become fruitful and stuff like that, start looking into those things. Because that's really what's going to be the situation for you. And it sounds crazy, and I bit the crap out of my lip. But it might sound crazy, and you might feel like I hate you, but that's why I'm your villain.